the western sky comes
Runway DFW.
The following program comes to you in color.
Live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas, this is Runway DFW in color. Now, here is your host, Walt Zwerko.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be on this big blue marble. It's Walt, here with you once again from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, one of the busiest airports in the world, the home of American Airlines, the biggest airline in the world, on this Friday, February 16th, 2024. Well, we're right on time this morning for you, and things are looking up for a heavy jet arrival. American Flight 996 from Buenos Aires is just about to touch down. A 7879 Dreamliner from Buenos Aires. I said that. Flight 996. So let's get going here for this Friday on Runway DFW. Yes, so let us flip our cameras around there. You see there, these two planes just came in, the 747 on the right and the MD-11 on the left. There's one other MD over there at the UPS facility. So we'll keep an eye on those planes this morning. I think we got a couple of A300s coming in. So that will be nice. Jess Parr says, good day, everyone. Hello, Jess. M.R. Rice says, good morning, Walt, and all fans of Big Tin Birds. Our channel member and moderator, Josh Aldrich, up there in Oklahoma City, says hello to Yin Cathay Spotter, who's also online with us today. Elijah Blanche says, hello, just got back from exploring countries. It was amazing. Yeah, we're going to be exploring some aeroplanes this morning. So here comes the big jet from Argentina. We've got a little fluffiness on the wings this morning, don't we? Hey, speaking of MD-11s, that is our next arrival. It's UPS Flight 768 from Louisville. And can we see it here on the radar? For some reason, we've got a green cast over our screen. If we scroll up enough... Well, we scroll up enough. Looks like there's some kind of front going over us this morning. I'm not sure. Marco Selli says, good morning. Oh, there it is. There it is, coming our way. So we'll see that in just a minute. At the top of your screen, there is the MD-11 making its way towards us. We don't have the clearest shot at the incoming flights. We've got some obstructions in our way just based upon where we are, but that's because we like to be able to keep an eye on all the stuff going on there at UPS. So we'll see it here in a moment emerge from behind the trees. The big tri-jet. I'd like to acknowledge Melbourne Flights Live, who is celebrating 9 months of membership. Thank you, MFL, if I can initialize you. I know we don't see the plane yet. Believe me, it's getting closer. It left Louisville an hour and 53 minutes ago. Oh, I see it now. See it behind those, kind of winking at us. I know, not very much fun to look at quite yet. Our channel member Carolyn Crowder says, hello, Walt Mods. Walt, comma, Mods, comma, and all the Runway DFW family. Good morning. It's a bit hazy this morning, I must say. Which kind of adds to the enjoyment of planes arriving with their lights on.
$19.94.
There it is, our first 20th century salute of the morning. It's going to make a big turn and come back our way. So in lieu of anything else to look at, we can keep an eye on this plane as it meanders our way. So the three-engined behemoth is pointed in our direction, and in just a moment or two, we're going to get a look at another Dreamliner coming in, this one from Santiago de Chile. A 787 Dreamliner, American Flight 940. Also, firing up now in another cargo area here on the west side is MSC Air Cargo, a 777. This is a new. We've seen this plane very recently. It's a new 777, dating back all the way back to December, and it's going to Hong Kong. So we'll see that taking off shortly. right here on Runway DFW. Hello if you're just waking up with us, or perhaps if you're more European oriented, you're getting ready for lunch or tea. I guess tea is kind of a mid-afternoon thing. We're going to have to spin around in just a second to view the incoming flight from Chile. Excuse me. Pardon. So that finishes up a 9-hour and 4-minute journey from Chile. This one's headed to the back lot, it looks like. Going to park next to the other MD. Next, Level Gamer says hello, good afternoon from Leeds in the UK. Hello there. ADZ62 says good morning, Walt, from Don in Nova Scotia, up there in Canada, catching the early show here before work. Very nice for you to stop by. Can definitely smell that jet fuel this morning. The wind is blowing in the exact right direction. Roy J. Oldermans says good morning. DFW, Walt, just say hi and leave a like, and also hug my love, Ms. Wolf 13. And speaking of Ms. Wolf 13, who is a moderator and a channel member, she is celebrating 7 months of membership, so pleased to be back with you all. We're very happy to have you here with us, Ms. Wolf 13. Wind is picking up a little bit. I don't know if you can hear it in the microphone.
Arnett Sparrow, wait, let's get pickup on your flight 3986.
Cargo Lux 747 fan, Dallas, Australia, says MSC Air Cargo going to Hong Kong. Yay. There's a Frontier aeroplane going to, it looks like Philadelphia. Is that right? Flight 398, I've lost it. I'll pick it up on the screen here in a minute. It's an Airbus A321. Yep, going to Philadelphia. Flight 3986. All right, let me go back and look at some messages from all of you. Brian Svensson says, 6 a.m. stream in Dallas, wowee. Walt, 10 p.m. here on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. Hello to plane spotting friends all around the world. Yin and Josh, good day. Jeffrey Boo says, good morning from Newark, Texas. He is a Runway DFW channel member. Yin Cathay Spotter says, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Because everything is good here.
In the morning.
What is that noise? Chris FX says, good morning, sir. Watching you live from a FedEx courier station in Memphis, just down the street from the FedEx World Hub. So we've got people all over the joint here today. There's Raina Taylor. Well, no, there's Heath Shelton says, here we go. I clicked the wrong button. Thank you, Heath, for your membership in this channel, and also to Raina Taylor, a QuadJet channel member. Good morning, everyone. And the lovely Walt. Oh, so nice of you to say, Raina. Steve Lundaby says, good morning, Walt, and to all the Runway DFW family. Another channel member. There's Josh Aldrich, our moderator up there, monitoring things in Oklahoma City. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I think he typed that in just as we were starting, or maybe even before we started. Here comes that MSC Air Cargo, which has the long journey ahead of it to Hong Kong. And as I said, when were we here last time? I guess the last time we were here in the morning, we saw this plane go out. And I mentioned that it was the only time I've ever seen a plane, up until that point, depart for Hong Kong from here. Now, I know there must have been some regular passenger flights to Hong Kong. This is a cargo jet with 777. And as we mentioned, it's a brand new one. With a very snazzy livery. We'll get a little bit of a look at it as it spins around here for us. Try to brighten things up a little bit for you.
Yankee cross 18 right, Echo Whiskey Foxtrot for 18 left, giant 86, Roger.
So sometimes this plane is probably about a quarter of the way down the runway, and because it's going so far, and because it's, I'm sure, laden with fuel, the last time we saw it, it made a left turn to get to the top of the runway here at 18 left, so that would have more room to take off. Sometimes these cargo planes, if they don't have that far to go, and they're not all topped off with jet fuel, they'll just kind of go straight here, make a right turn, and take off. we'll see what happens this time.
Circuit 2005 on that flare. Just take off.
And there it goes, making a left turn, so it will come kind of towards us before it then makes a U-turn to take off. So it's going up the central taxiway here, betwixt runways 18 left and right. Meanwhile, on runway 18 left, there's American flight 2005, which is about to take off to Los Angeles. Oh, and in the, as we're looking at this, I see Korean Air Cargo Flight 256. That's going to be a 747-400 headed to Anchorage. So here goes the American Airlines flight to Los Angeles.
Just confirm the on-F. On-F Park, Air 18 left, clear for takeoff. John 8600. Circuit 2005, good morning, over departure.
It's just a gleaming new plane. So that Korean Air Cargo plane, we were here last Friday, so it's been a week since we've been here, so I guess we'll see a lot of the same planes. And in our poster today for this broadcast, I used a shot of it on its way to take off with an American Airlines plane taking off in front of it. I guess it was running a little late last week. The Korean Air Cargo plane was, because assuming it is on the move now. I don't see it moving yet, but it is lit up on the radar, as we say. And it is wheels up to Hong Kong.
Over to departure, John 8656.
See how much ceiling we've got here today. Bye-bye. Kevin C. Leonard, speaking about, oh, there goes that, you can see it there in the background there of that shot. Kevin C. Leonard says that flight to Los Angeles probably arrived too early for Kevin to cover it from high atop the H Hotel on Airline Videos Live today. So we'll give a little plug to our pal Kevin. ADZ62 says, I too like the livery of the MSC. Yeah, it's kind of different. I like it. A few trains at our pal over in the UK says, hello, Walt Mods and everyone watching. With a wave. Hello to you, a few trains at. A loyal channel member. Steven Solito, also a fan of the 777 and that plane we saw. Mario B says, good day from Melbourne, Australia, where it's late at night. And MR Rice says that's a really cool looking 777. Look at this. We have Kurt Pope, a channel member, says, morning, Walt. Sitting here getting ready for my bed in my getting ready for bed in my Tokyo hotel. So we've got a Tokyo viewer here. Thank you for that, Kurt. Let's take a closer look at this 747 here. We see a cargo door open here on this side. I don't see anything lifted up towards it. Looks like there's some activity inside. But speaking of activity, we don't have any in the vicinity right now. The Korean Air Cargo 747 is on the move, however, so we should be seeing that coming our way very shortly. In fact, I believe I see it now. Let's take a look. It's kind of peeking out at us there. It's a 747-400 dating back 19 years to 2004. Once again, this is going to Anchorage. It's flight number 7601. So for you 747 fans out there, we still have our little alert here. Let's see, do I have music for this? No, I don't think I do. There's our alert. So here it comes, the sky blue livery of the big Korean Air jet. As we've been talking about the proposed merger between Korean Air and its South Korean rival Asiana is getting pretty close to being approved. The EU has approved it conditionally. The condition is that Asiana unload its cargo subsidiary to someone else. And I think the only remaining hurdle for that merger is the USA, which still has yet to give the yay or nay on approval for that. I guess I don't understand why another country would have to approve the merger of two airlines in a second country, but we're going to peel off of this momentarily because we've got a flight coming in from the Hawaiian Islands. It's going to be American Airlines Flight 102 from Honolulu, 7878 Dreamliner. And that is coming our way now.
Arnav, depart, clear to take off runway 185. Yankee, cross runway 18 right, Echo, Whiskey Foxtrot to 18 left, Korean Air 25.
Plane taking off there in the background was Alaska Airlines Flight 365 going to Seattle. And that was a 7379. This plane once again going to Anchorage on its way back to the Far East. We'd like to welcome Joe Oberda as a new subscriber to Runway DFW. Thank you, Joe. Her Majesty, says Jeffrey. Yes, the Queen of the Skies is gracing our broadcast this morning.
Flight 18 runway 18 left, Korean Air 256.
Cargo Lux 747 Fan Dallas, Australia. Did I miss her landing?
I left B Park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, Korean Air 256.
This plane, I believe, came in the middle of the night, so I missed her landing. MRI says, love KAL colors. Yeah, it's pretty unique in the aviation world. And that brings up the question, assuming that the Korean Air and Asiana merger goes forward, will we see a new livery for the combined airline? Or what will the name be of the combined airline? My guess is it'll be Korean Air, and the name Asiana will go away, but, well, we'll see. She must be loaded, said Josh Aldrich. I think you may be right. Looking at flight radar, there's a Global X plane currently getting ready to leave Dallas Love Field for Atlanta. We saw Global X here for a few weeks, operating as a scheduled charter for another airline that kind of came and went from Lincoln, Nebraska. Let us see here. We have to thank our friend Heath Shelton for gifting 5 Runway DFW memberships, and you will see the names of those new members flashing across your screen in the upper left-hand corner. Thank you. Beaker and Honeydew, channel member and moderator. Good morning, Runway DFW. Great to see everyone. It's so good to see you as well. Well, here's Mark SRT Wolf, channel member, says, or he's asking Josh and Ms. Wolf 13 if you guys need an extra mod sometime in the future. I'll talk to Walt and let me know. I'd love to help out so much. Or I'd love to help out. Thank you so much. Well, if you are interested in that, all you've got to do is send me an email, and my email address is in the description of every broadcast, it is simply Walt at runwaydfw.com. That's easy enough to remember. Walt at Runway DFW. That's easy enough for me to remember. Walt at runwaydfw.com. And if you have a suggestion or a question or an issue you'd like to raise, that is also the place to reach me. Jeffrey talking about the Korean Air Asiana mashup, that he's heard Korean Air will be the name. And I would assume that would be the case. Here's American Eagle arriving from points unknown. I have to look at my little guide here momentarily. I had flipped it over to Love Field in Dallas, my Flight Radar 24, because I was getting an alert on Global X. So that was American Eagle 3842 coming in from Springfield and Embraer 175. Our next arrival is American Flight 1098 from Kansas City, 737-800. Sunrise. When is sunrise? 7:11 a.m. So not too far off. It is officially overcast here at the big airport, with winds right out of the south at 9 miles an hour. I see a super chat. This is Bradley Smith with a $10 super chat. Morning, Walt. I love the early morning live shows, especially for one of my favorite airports. I appreciate the hard work you do. Thank you, Bradley. I appreciate that super chat. If you want to see the hard work of me packing up, we have a new feature here on Runway DFW. It's called Walt Packs Up. And what I do is I leave our camera on as I wind up the cables until I have to start disconnecting things that keep us on the air. So if you like elevator music and seeing me packing up, that will be coming up around 9 o'clock when we go away, because I got to go to my regular job. Jesse Harmon says, morning everyone. Hello, Jesse. MR Rice wants to know if I'll be planning a show on March 4th, and to be honest, MR Rice, I can't plan that far in advance, because what we do here is based a lot on the weather and winds and such. It also depends on obligations to my employer and family obligations and things like that. So I don't know. Keep your notification bell turned on there, MR. We welcome Jorge Botello from Edinburgh, Texas. Good morning to you, Jorge. All of our mods chiming in with greetings. Cargo Lux 747 fan, Dallas, Australia. We'd like to thank you for 3 months of membership. Good morning, Walt. How beautiful is the Korean Air Cargo 747, my favorite cargo airline. Well, I'm glad we could bring that to you this morning. My day is always a little brighter when we see a 747. And you see one there on the right, which came in while we were setting up this morning. So I don't know if they'll be turning that around in time for us to see it go out. What we got here? We got United Flight 2051. It's an Airbus A319, and it's going to the city adjacent to the bay, San Francisco. It's a 23-year-old minibus, baby bus. I'm guessing there's probably some people on there making a connection to one of United's Trans-Pacific flights. Would I be wrong? I don't think so. Pretty nice morning here at Dallas-Fort Worth. As you can see, 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Not bad at all. You may see some emergency equipment headed our way here.
Contact departure today, United 2051.
So as we always say when we see a piece of emergency equipment going out, you know, Dallas-Fort Worth Airport is kind of like a medium-sized city between all the people who work here and all the passengers who come and go. And, you know, there are car accidents and there are car fires and people getting sick and all sorts of things happen that would happen in a city in the course of a day. So we never need to jump to any conclusions about where a piece of emergency equipment might be going. Well, let's see. Anything coming in? Well, the next arrival will be here in a couple minutes. American Eagle 3794. An E-Jet arriving from Little Rock, Arkansas. Scott Halla says, good morning from Dayton, Ohio, the birthplace of aviation. We're glad to see you here with us, Scott. Look what the birthplace of aviation has wrought. Gigantic metal birds. And Cargolux 747 Fan Dallas, Australia asks, does the Korean Air cargo come here daily? And I don't know, because I'm not here daily, so I don't see it daily. We did just miss, did we miss it? Oh. I think it's American Flight 116, and I think that comes in from Maui. It looks like it came in on runway 13 right, which we don't get to see from our vantage point. So the Korean airplane, let's see what its flight schedule is here. Recent flights. So Dallas Anchorage on February 16th. I don't see. I don't know. I just know we've seen it 2 Fridays in a row. Well, we've got that little rock flight coming in, so we'll point our camera at that, shall we? Because there's nothing much else going on. Right behind that is another E-Jet from Houston, American Eagle Flight 3544 from Houston Hobby Airport. And you can see now, I think, that the sky is definitely brightening up here as we approach 7:11 sunrise. Josh Aldridge quips, Dayton, Ohio, where 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 2 rights do make an airplane. Henry Moore says, hey Walt, congrats with 17,000 subscribers. Thank you. And there's another one right there, Kelly Bag. So it's get on the bandwagon and subscribe to Runway DFW if you haven't already. Henry Moore says, morning all. Here comes that flight from Houston Hobby, of which we spoke. And there goes an American Airlines Dreamliner coming out of the hangar, headed over to the terminal area. We've got a parade of E-Jets lining up here. The next one is American Eagle 3760. Coming in from Fort Smith, Arkansas, an Embraer 175. That's just a little 45-minute jaunt. I'm seeing if the autofocus is working yet. So the next E-Jet on the radar going to be Flight 3780 American Eagle from Amarillo, Texas. That's a little further away. Well, no, actually it's not. It's 44 minutes away. It's the same, almost the same exact distance as the flight from Fort Smith, Arkansas. Dhruv Chopra, channel member, says, "Hey Walton family, hope all is good. I lost my grandmother yesterday. Been a tough time for me." Well, I'm sure that she lived a good life, and I hope that you have many fond memories of her. And if you need to take your mind off that for a little bit, we're happy to help you and also to offer our sincere condolences. All right, we're about to see the flight from Amarillo checking in here. I think you saw in the picture as we were following along with that plane, there's another Dreamliner headed back to the hangar. Happy Gamer Kid says, "Good morning, Walt from Fort Myers, Florida. The time here is 1 hour ahead, so you've already had sunrise there. We're still about 12 minutes away from that here in the Central Time Zone." Robert Smith, channel member and moderator, says, "Hello. Did Walt say Otto needs to focus? Who's Otto?" So the number at 170, a little smaller than the 175, coming in from Beaumont, Texas. A little further away. That's 51. That's a 51-minute flight. And what do you know? We've got another Embraer 170 about to come see us. This one will be arriving from Stillwater, Oklahoma. And that, I know, is a short jaunt. That is, well, no, that's 44 minutes. It's crazy, all these flights coming in 45 minutes. Come in autofocus. And the next arrival is going to be American Airlines Flight 579 from Austin, Texas. A flight so far of a 42-minute duration. All these sub 1 hour flights coming in now to connect up with American's gigantic hub here. Well, sir, we've done it. We have achieved 1 hour of quality broadcasting right here on Runway DFW. I'm looking for this thing I'm supposed to play here. Oh, here we go.
We'll continue with our story following station identification.
Live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas, this is Runway DFW, in color.
Well, that is what you're watching. I'm Walt, and I welcome you to this broadcast here on this Friday. February 16th, 2024. We are here at Founders Plaza at DFW International Airport. And we're about to bring you, well, let's see if I can do this and make this work here. No, I can't. I don't think I can. Well, here we go. Where'd it go? Did I miss it? I think I did. Well, it's the One World livery. One of the One World liveries. Coming in from San Antonio, Texas. You can just kind of see it there way in the background. A 737-800 painted in the American Airlines One World livery. Well, you win some, you lose some. The parade of E-jets continues, however. That was punctuated by a couple of mainline jets, but the next one is coming in from Brownsville, Texas, American Eagle Flight 3353 at Embraer 175LR. Brownsville down there on the Texas border with Mexico, and it's this was so far an hour and 11-minute flight. So not your 45-minute flight. We're about to see in the foreground Martin Air Flight 666. It's a Cessna 208B Grand Caravan going to Abilene in Texas.
1994.
One of those 20th century planes we like to salute. This appears to be running about an hour late. It was scheduled to go out at 6 a.m. It's about an hour flight for that single engine plane to get to Abilene. Here comes American Eagle Flight 4075 from Corpus Christi on the Texas Gulf Coast. Looks as though liberal use is being made of the crosswind runway 13 right, which again we do not see from our vantage point here. An American flight from Atlanta just landed over there. And as we wait for this to take off, we're about to see American Flight 700 arriving from Houston Intercontinental George Bush Worldwide Airport in Houston. 737-800. See it now. And still got a little bit of that vapor trail coming off the wings. And we welcome new subscriber Nick Morgan to the Runway DFW subscriber family. We have a parade of planes coming in to make takeoffs now here on the west side. American Flight 1244 to Denver looks to be first out of the gate, followed by American Flight 1294 to Austin, and then you see their Spirit Airlines Flight 268 to Las Vegas. So American 1244 is off to the Mile High City. And here comes an American Eagle flight from Laredo, Texas, in Embraer 175. Channel member Kurt Pope says, I love my Stillwater flight. We reach cruising altitude and then begin our descent. Citizen Towel says, good morning, Runway DFW. Getting a quick stream in before the weekend cold front arrives, eh? Yes, it's so far pretty nice this morning. Channel member Mary Extraordinaire commenting on our theme music, Hip Hop Hoedown. Well, it's actually called Hip Hoedown, I think, if I recall right. So this is the flight from Denver, or to Denver, getting ready to take off. But meanwhile, we got another E-Jet arriving from Baton Rouge in Louisiana. American Eagle 3343. Touching down. A bunch of question marks is our newest subscriber. I can't pronounce that, but we're glad to have you with us. Finally, I think this flight to Denver is getting ready to head out. It is a 737-800, of which American Airlines has many of this particular model. A staple of its fleet.
Arnav Blair, clear to go on 1 8 left, American 1294. Right of way, runway 18 left, fairway 266.
Reinhard Nyer says, hello everyone. What, another E-Jet? This one from Harlingen, Texas, flight 3337, American Eagle. Put that nose wheel down. We'll swing over to catch the departure of this American flight to Austin, Texas. Flight 1294.
We got 1 8 left, Arnav depart fairway 268.
They are just launching them here.
Take care now.
Spirit is headed to Las Vegas. Flight 268, an Airbus A320neo. I've heard nothing in the last week or two about the future of Spirit Airlines. Since its planned merger with JetBlue was nixed by the government. I think they're still appealing it, but I don't know what the status of that is. Many planes still waiting to take off. We've got a CRJ 900 LR coming in from Lafayette, you just saw there. But getting ready to take off for Santa Ana, there in the center of your lower center of your screen, is American Flight 1331, another 737-800. Our pal Josh up there in OKC says, time to get ready for work. See you later. Thank you, Josh, for being a valued channel member and also for being one of our great mods. Thank you, Josh. See you next time.
Arnav Blair, clear for takeoff, America 1331.
Beaker and Honeydew, channel member and mod, says, fly on over to that like button and show your support.
Good morning, and line up way 1 8.
Thank you for that promotional message, Beaker and Honeydew. The flight to Santa Ana is now rolling. As we've got another American Airlines flight coming in. No, American Eagle. Ooh, grackle time. Hey Jess, one so is our newest subscriber. Thank you for that. Here we are at our position at Founders Plaza here at DFW Airport. With our patented 3-camera setup. Well, not really patented. American Flight 2028, a 737-800 off to San Antonio, Texas.
RNAV Larynx, every big off 1811, American 2028. By the way, 18 left, okay, 41.
And we have a new subscriber, perhaps egged on by the promotional message from Beaker and Honeydew, and we thank you for that. There is, of course, no obligation to... You can just watch the channel. You don't have to be a subscriber or a member. One perk of being a subscriber, and that's free, is that you get to join our chat room, and we welcome you for that. Chad Sylvester says, I'm in DFW. Well, it's a big place, but we're glad to see you here.
Departure 2028.
We've got an America, a UPS 757 getting ready to push back. In the meanwhile, Delta is ready when you are to go to Minneapolis, St. Paul on this Airbus A320. It is flight number 841, that Delta flight is. And the American Eagle flight just landed there is from Gulfport, Mississippi. So now we're going to keep our eye out for a 757. Among my favorite planes, Cassio Roselli, a new subscriber to the channel. Thank you, Cassio. A few trains out, shame on you. I can't believe my tardiness in not pressing the like button. Totally rectified now. But the only way you can really truly rectify that is to get multiple accounts and then press all the like buttons on all of those accounts. I'm just kidding about that. A little floofage there, as Jerry at Big Jet TV might say. American Flight 1226 arriving from Miami in Florida. And you can see there on the Flight Radar 24 map a crowded array of yellow rectangles attached to icons of planes moving about here at the big airport. Piero Manrico says, good morning, Dallas, from Genoa, Italy. Buonasera. Or what is it? Is that afternoon? I can't remember. My Italian is pretty rusty, I'm afraid. But Benvenuto. I think that's welcome. That is American Eagle Flight 3598 going to Houston Intercontinental George Bush Worldwide Airport. There in the foreground. And we're about to see one of the shortest flights that we see here at DFW Airport. CRJ 701ER coming in from Wichita Falls in Texas, which departed that airport 25 minutes ago. I'm not even sure they get to cruising altitude on a flight of that duration. You know, even though it's 59 degrees, it's beginning to feel a little chilly. I may have to go to the Runway DFW official vehicle and obtain my Runway DFW pullover. It's kind of a windbreaker. So let me go do that now. I'll be right back with you. Let me play some music while I am off doing that. It'll just be a second or two, so hang in there, would you?
Disco time.
More fun!
All right, I'm back. I've popped on my blue Runway DFW packable jacket is what they call. Hey, what better time than to present to you our fashion lineup here at Runway DFW. Our merch. We've got your t-shirts. We've got your caps. We've got your pullover hoodies, and we've got what else? Oh, mugs, all sorts of stuff. Streamlabs.com/runwaydfw/merch. The link is in the description of this broadcast if you have any interest in any of that stuff. Surprise your neighbors with Runway DFW merch. Oh, I have to show you this. So there it is. There's our official packable jacket, which I am modeling now. So there you go. Runway DFW merch. I'm Walt Torco, and I approve this message. Well, here goes American Flight 474 off to Phoenix. It's an Airbus A321. Blast off.
RF Learn, American 474, clear for distance.
And if you like cheesy music, hang around for our packing up portion of the broadcast. That'll be coming up at right around 9 a.m. Central Time. A new feature of Runway DFW. A new feature that nobody asked for. Well, I told you I saw a UPS 757 on the radar, and as though it was going to be pushing back, and I have not seen any evidence of that, and in fact the radar image went away.
Departure American 474.
So we'll just keep our eye down in that direction. See what we see. Robert Smith, our mod, says, I'll be back in a bit and need to start getting ready for that awful 4-letter word, work. I pronounced it in the manner of Maynard G. Krebs, and if you remember that reference, then you're probably as old as I am. Yamstar 1 Johnson says, in the shot of the UPS planes, we see two iconic planes from the 70s, Boeing 747 and MD-11, both now used almost exclusively for freight. Well, I believe in the case of the MD-11, I don't think there are any passenger services that operate it anymore. I could be wrong. Could be some some third world country somewhere that has that as a thing, but yeah, I think for the most part. But we do still see the 747 in passenger service, and its demise was accelerated by the pandemic. Many airlines just got rid of it, like British Airways, but it's still flying around and it's still got some life in it yet. This is American Airlines Flight 1670 from Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. We are looking at here a 747 pound and 7 and let me read a 7 pound 47 pence super chat from a few trains at money for a brew after the stream, says he, enjoying the aircraft, the chat, the music, and our great host. Thank you a few trains at. That's very kind of you. Yes, I will be my schedule after leaving here, after you see me pack up, will take me to a nearby coffee shop where I will reconfigure my computer from presenting aviation pictures to the world and then change it miraculously into a machine to do my job, which is to maintain and update content for a minor extra-metropolitan television station here in North Texas and southern Oklahoma. Inoki says it's amazing to see all of U.S. planes when we live in other countries. In France, we don't have American Airlines. Not sure. Well, American does fly from here to Paris, and I think also from New York, perhaps, but I know from here. So there are American Airlines planes headed to France, but not very many of them, relatively speaking. Certainly not as many as you see here. We've got a couple of American Airlines aircraft now parading up to the starting gate, including the Medal of Honor livery aircraft there. And there's our automated salute to a few trains at for that very kind super chat. This would be American Flight 2093. It's going to San Francisco in Airbus A321.
Tower American 1506 inbound 18 right.
You may be hearing a propeller plane in the background.
28 right, clear to land American 1506.
I thought I saw that on the radar, but it isn't there anymore. Mortimer Julia says, good morning, Walt, Ms. Wolf 13, and fellow streamers. Thank you, Mortimer. And Evelyn MD sends us a flag, an American flag, to recognize this aircraft. So we did hear this plane. It's another, I believe it's another Super Cargo Master.
That's 18 right, hold short, 18 left at Whiskey Fox, Mark X 662.
Oh, this one's old. Did we lose it? It's going pretty fast for an old bird.
American 1091 just about net visual.
Do that again. I pot that up. Still sounds kind of low, but yeah, 1998. So most definitely the 20th century.
All right, B Park, crypt takeoff 18 left, American 2093.
It has got to wait, though, for an American Airlines plane to come in, or to depart. Flight 2093 to San Francisco. And that's the Medal of Honor livery right there.
Final point, use caution, Mark X 662.
Want to catch that arriving flight from Indianapolis, Indiana. Flight 1506, the Medal of Honor livery is now on its way to San Francisco.
Next turn 240-2000 from Martech 662.
Got another Martinair cargo plane
Line left line, Boeing American 2767.
just pulling out here in the foreground. We'll see it over here. It's going to Palestine, Texas, the 208B Grand Caravan. But this one is relatively new, only dating back to the year 2002, so
18 right, clear to land, Frontier flight 2931.
no music for you, young man or young lady. Swinging around the big lens, we're going to check in with American Flight 1091 from El Paso in Texas, far west Texas.
3597, have a great day.
As another American Airlines plane gets ready to take off for Seattle, it's an Airbus A321. Flight 2767.
After Lyra, 18 left, let's pick up there.
Delta, UPS 9752 Heavy is outside legger, inbound, visual 18 right.
Departing 2767.
Our friend 757 Chip and Quadjet channel member says I was able to get a cockpit tour of the Medal of Honor plane when it was parked at the EAA Air Venture in 2022. Hey, we have a special livery, another special livery. Thank you for that remembrance. This one's kind of cool. It's the Piedmont livery of American Airlines, the Piedmont Heritage livery, with that very cool stripe down the side. The cheat line, as it's known in the biz. This plane's going to Minneapolis, St. Paul. It's flight number 2220.
Departure 2262.
Lori P says, I'm flying out soon. Whee! Always nice to have a flight going out. You know, as I always say, there's some people who have to fly as part of their work or their job all the time, and it's more routine than for us folks who hardly ever get to fly. I kind of do it vicariously here. Teenage Kicks Berlin says good morning from Berlin, Germany. Christian just popped in. What's going on, guys? Well, we're looking at some cool planes, including this plane representing an airline from times past, Piedmont.
Echo 1 Alpha, hold short of 18 left, flight 29.
Piedmont used to fly between Indianapolis and the New York City area, and so I've been on Piedmont at least a couple times back in my college days.
Everything off 18 left, our airline, clearly 343. Left 48, 130.
That was cool to see. The Spirit plane is going to Cancun. So I hope they get some nice weather on the in the Yucatan Peninsula. They'll be getting a Yucatan. And I couldn't even give myself a...
When you left line up and wait, American 22 seconds 6.
What do we have here? It's a large Airbus A300. This is coming in from, I want to say, Louisville. No, that came in from Springfield. That UPS A300, Springfield. And it's going to be parking over there. Citizen Towel. That's a good idea. Petition to change the American Airlines livery to Piedmont. I'm in favor of that. Foxy Jones Hates You says, I'm going to fly to either Dallas, Love, or DFW. I don't know which one to go to. Well, a lot of it depends on, you know, which airlines you might prefer. I mean, if you want to travel on Southwest Airlines, then you won't be able to go to DFW because they only fly to Love. And if you want to go on American Airlines, you can't fly to Love Field because they don't go to Love Field.
RNAV B Park 18 left, clear takeoff, American 2266.
A few trains that said freight action big and small at one point there. I saw that little Martinair Supercargo Master rising into the sky as the A300 was coming in. Leaf is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Leaf. Mike A. Johnson. Good morning, Walt, from Wichita, Kansas. I hope you are well. We're having a very nice morning here at Runway DFW. Thank you for asking. And we're glad you could be with us. Here's American Flight 1343, and it's following that Spirit plane to Cancun. It's an Airbus A321. Hear the whine of that A300 taxiing towards us. It's probably going to make an S turn here and head right into its parking spot. N number, N16. Oh, I thought that was an S. 165 UP. I thought it was N16 SUP. Let's see if we can find an ABX Air flight coming in over there on the east side. It's a 767-300. Wow, that's an old plane. But you see it coming in on the top of the screen there on the Flight Radar 24. And we'll have a go at it here. There it is.
Runner of Alarm, close takeoff 18 left American 2010.
I don't know if we'll be able to see the tail as it scoots past right about there. So look for the tail of that. There it goes. So this is for you, ABX Air. We can't see you anymore, but we know that you were built in Sullivan 79 says, hello, Walt. Is there a place to plane spot on the northeast corner of DFW by the FedEx hub? Well, the closest we've come to that, and you can see there on the map there where that Air Canada flight 1030 is. That's about where the FedEx hub is located, approximately. But last year, we went up to the Marriott. Can we see it here? I think we can see it here. That's not it.
Switch forward, Mark 2010.
Thought we could see it from here. I think that's it. Anyway, the Marriott Hotel has there's one side of the hotel has balconies, small balconies, but balconies where we did a show from, and it directly overlooks the FedEx facility. And if you go back to our on our archives here on Runway DFW, you can find those programs. They were labeled From the Penthouse. And we were on the, I don't know, the 14th floor or something like that, and got a pretty darn good look at the operations there on the east side of the airport. Now, as far as there's several places I hear where you can. There's some parking lots. You know, there's a gas station parking lot where you can see planes coming in, but you can't really get a good look at the planes landing. You can see them coming in for a landing, but for our purposes, it wouldn't be a good place to park ourselves, because we really want to see planes landing on the runways and things like that. And if you just want to take pictures of planes that are as they come in or go out, there are a number of places you can do that, but it's hard to beat good old Founders Plaza where we are here. Here is American Flight 34 coming in from Auckland, New Zealand. After a grueling flight, looks like it's coming in on runway 18 left, which has been the runway we've been seeing planes taking off on. So that's going to put it really close to Terminal D, where it will be deplaning its passengers. And that is a flight which is just going to tick over to 13 hours here in a minute. One of American's longest flights from here. And of course, American announced recently, and there you see the ground operations vehicles on runway 18 right, I think, which is why that plane landed on 18 left. But yeah, American Airlines announced a flight to Brisbane in Australia, and that will be American's longest flight in its whole network. And that will start in, I believe, in October or November, sometime this fall. Japan Airlines Flight 12 just came in, a 777. We did not see it land because it came in over on runway 13 right. So, regrettably, we can't show you the arrival of that. We'll be able to shortly show you the plane as it taxis over to Terminal D. So we'll be on the lookout for that. Somewhere down there. I still haven't seen any cargo being unloaded from this 747 you see there on the right of the screen. The cargo door has been open, but I haven't seen any scissor lifts going up to take anything out of it or put anything into it. So chances are we won't be seeing that in action this morning. There's the Japan Airlines, there's the Japan Airlines 777 that came in from Haneda Airport in Tokyo, and it's about to cross paths with that ABX Air Classic 767 that came in from Cincinnati. CHK channel member says, Walt, that 13-hour flight from New Zealand, is that non-stop, no refueling? That is correct. A non-stop flight. It's amazing what these planes can do. I figured out why I'm feeling a little chill. I think it's because there's this moisture in the air this morning. Because 59 degrees is not cold by any stretch of the imagination. Jolt Jack greets us with a good morning. Hello, Jolt Jack. And Juan Alvarez telling us about the runway inspection. Yes, these vehicles, these pickup trucks with the flashing lights are looking things over very carefully, making sure that there's no debris on the runway which could get sucked into a jet engine, causing bad things to happen. That's a regular feature of what goes on at any airport. And certainly one as busy as this, you'll see this happening all the time on a regular basis. Rage on a Stick says, quiet morning at DFW. Well, it's quiet right now. It's gonna perk up here after a bit. Don't worry about that. It's the 9 o'clock hour. The 9 o'clock hour generally, or I'm sorry, the 8 o'clock hour generally finishes up very busy. As we go off the air at 9 o'clock, usually it's just, you know, they're launching planes right and left. So hang on to your hats. $757 Chip, I believe, is celebrating a membership anniversary. 9 months for Chip. Walt, thanks for bringing me DFW action from DFW on a regular basis. I'll try to join you on Sunday AM at Founders Plaza if you are planning on streaming. You know what? I haven't even looked at the forecast yet. Let me see. I know it's supposed to get colder this weekend. Let me take a quick look. That's today. There's tomorrow. Ooh, burr. Tomorrow at this time it's going to be almost freezing here. Brr. And we've got north winds tomorrow, so we can't be out here at Founders Plaza. And on Sunday morning, also very cold. But I can't tell what the winds will be like yet. West and southwest. So we may have, it may be switching around to south flow there on Sunday morning, so we'll see. I'll make an evaluation later today, so check your local listings or keep an eye on our channel or hit that notification bell, and we will I'll announce probably sometime tomorrow. We won't have a show tomorrow, it doesn't look like, because the winds aren't going to be right, so we'll see. All right, let's let us do a little bit of this because it's time for us to remind you what's going on here. So we'll try this one. I haven't played this in a while. Well, it is 8 a.m. here in the Central Time Zone, and you're watching Runway DFW live and in color from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. It is Friday, February 16th, 2024. My name is Walt. Here with you from the friendly confines of DFW Founders Plaza at DFW International Airport. And we'll be with you for this final hour of our broadcast. as I'm sure that things will be getting busier and busier and busier as we go along here. As you can see, there is nothing happening here there on the left side of your screen, which is where we are. All the action seems to be over on the east side, but don't worry. I think things will perk up here after a bit. Would like to say thank you very much to Larry Brown, who's been a member of Runway DFW for 9 months now. Tomorrow this time, we'll have 4 to 6 inches of snow. Ooh, that just sends a shiver down my spine. We were talking about Hong Kong flights earlier with the, what was that one we saw? Can't remember. Oh, the MSC Cargo. Chip says American used to fly nonstop from DFW to Hong Kong. That flight was over 16 hours. And yeah, I guess we'll eventually see another flight to Hong Kong from here. Probably. Hopefully. JJ Shock says hello everyone. Hello to you. Dwayne C, channel member, says I've been watching since Walt came on, but mainly on the TV. Can't chat on that. Well, do what I do. Have a laptop on your lap while you watch TV, but because you can't chat on your TV. But thank you for watching, Dwayne. On my TV, I don't know if this is the same way on all TVs. I can see the chat. I can superimpose the chat on the screen, but of course you can't talk back to it. Here comes American Flight 1066 from Mexico City. It's a 737-800. It was kind of a brief lull. 18 right is back in action.
277, 2181, visual 18 right. Runway 18 right, clear to land, American 21.
Trying to repair a saggy antenna on my scanner here. So Dwayne C confirming that he can see the chat on his TV. But that's it. That can be entertaining all by itself. Robert Acosta says, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. And Michael Heller chimes in with a good morning from Columbus, Ohio. Check the radar here. We've got an American Eagle flight from Chihuahua just about to touch down. One of those there Embraer 175s. Next arrival will also be from south of the border, from Silao. It'll be a mainline aircraft, American Flight 2181 737-800. So that is yet to come. That'll be next. all sorts of cargo being moved around there at the UPS facility. There's one of the 3 MD-11s that are in the house. And there's one of the others. And we've got a sun trying to peek out from behind the clouds there as we watch for the flight coming in from Silao. Well, kind of caught it as it landed, but our next arrival we will be a little more careful about. This is going to be Emirates Flight 221, a 777-300ER from Dubai. And I want to say that's kind of a longish flight. So far having taken 15 hours and 21 minutes. So we are prepared to bring that to you here on Runway DFW. There's another flight. Qatar Airways also has a flight coming in from the Middle East. Sometimes we get to see that one, sometimes we don't. I have a feeling this one's going to be a little early today. Let's see, is this early? Scheduled for 8:55. Yeah, it's coming in about 45 minutes early. The Emirates flight is. So hang on, we're about to see it enter our view, our semi-obstructed view from where we are located. Okay, we switch you now to camera 1 for the arrival of the Emirates 777.
Morning Tower, American 2272's 11 DME, visual 18 right. Clear land for 18 right, American 2272, and now the spacing traffic behind us. Okay, sounds good. We'll probably roll a little longer than normal. We have one of our board rate systems on the hurl.
Gachi 1954 is our newest subscriber. Thank you. We I haven't yet seen the new Emirates livery. Emirates is changing up its livery a little bit. The from the pictures I've seen, the tail art is a little more, you know, it's a fairly subtle change. The word Emirates on the fuselage is larger.
Right, left, lap away, Delta 1269.
And the tail art is not as, I don't know how to describe it. It's a little less solid color, I guess. More finesse is applied to it. I don't know. Probably not a good explanation. We've got three, oh, sorry about that. We've got three non-American Airlines planes getting ready to take off over here. You see the Alaska One World livery over there. That's going to Seattle. That's a 737-900. Flight 543. There is Delta, flight 1269. Little Airbus A319 going to Salt Lake City.
781 on the visual one here.
A plane dating back to the year 2000. And also somewhere over there.
Park, 18 left, super takeoff, Delta 1269.
Also somewhere over there is a Frontier flight going to Santa Ana, California.
18 right, parking west side, right.
And we'll check out the animal on its tail.
Runway 18 left line up and wait. Frontier flight 3325, good morning. Lauren, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, Frontier flight 3325.
So you heard,
line up and wait. 18 left, Alaska.
you heard the clearance for takeoff just as that Delta plane lifted off. Now the Frontier flight with Kit the Kermode bear adorning its tail. We can get a very good look. Well, you can kind of see it there. Again, this is going to Santa Ana, California. It's an Airbus A320 Neo.
RNet Park and 18 left, clear for takeoff, Alaska. 540.
And there you heard the Alaska flight getting clearance to take off, just as those wheels lifted. And this again is the One World livery. We saw an American Airlines One World livery earlier in the broadcast. And this plane again going to Seattle, flight 543.
Cross 18 left, short 20 right, American 118. Good day.
Jane Welshie Lady with a report for us. Hello everyone. Saw British Airways A380 over my home this morning from Dallas to London Heathrow. Plane which would have taken off from here last night, Central Time.
Zulu, cross 18 right, Charlie 5. Good day, American 118.
That was American Flight 781 coming in from Querétaro, Mexico, 737-800. Next up, American Flight 25. Check that. American 2353 to Reno, Nevada. It's a 737-800.
Foxtrot Alpha, 165 Alpha, clear turn, 153.
Regrettably, we won't be able to bring you the Qatar Airways flight from Doha this morning. It's running a little early, but it's not early enough for us because it won't get here until almost 9:30 a.m. and we hope to be all packed up by then. What we just saw there was American Flight 2395 coming in from Midland, Texas. An Airbus A319. That is a two. Is that right? It's a two. Oh no, that's from. Sorry, from Merida, in Mexico. I looked at it. It said departed 2 hours and 13 minutes ago. It doesn't take that long to get from Midland, Texas. Aviation Geek says hello, Walt. Hello to you, AG. Top Gun 320 says good morning from Pennsylvania. You earned a subscriber. Great content. Thank you, Top Gun. Very kind of you to say. You may have just put us over. We're just now over 17,100 subscribers. So that's very satisfactory, and thank you for that. And don't forget, a subscription to Runway DFW or to any YouTube channel is free. And on our channel, it means you get to hang out in the chat room with us, because that is a feature that only subscribers can access. So we now have about 40 minutes of broadcasting left today. Started at 6 a.m. And just so you know, I could go on longer, except I really have to get to my job,
20 left, line of weight, American 2720.
Which I'm supposed to start at 9:30. It's a little flexible because I do a lot of things off hours, but so I get off at 9:30. I pack up. I hope to be back in the car by 9:25 or so, and then I scoot over to a Starbucks and I can work from wherever I am with my job. So, you know, theoretically I could work from right here, but then I couldn't get a cup of coffee.
Departure American 1926.
Let's check in on our Flight Radar 24. And each of those yellow boxes is a plane that's either pushed back from the gate, or it's in motion, or it's come in, it's taxiing, it's landing. And there's one of the planes. This is American Flight 2720. It's going to Tucson, Arizona. It's an Airbus A321. On your live home for DFW streaming action since the end of 2021, Runway DFW. So once again, looking at the forecast for this weekend, it's looking as though may be able to get out here Sunday morning. On Sunday morning, we typically fire things up at 7 and go till 10. So another 3 hours of aviation broadcasting. So I've got that kind of penciled in now. But keep an eye on our channel and we'll let you know for sure, probably sometime tomorrow.
Line up 18 left, American 2432. Over to Barge, American 2720. Good day.
That's CRJ 701ER coming in from Durango. As we say hello to Scott Mills, who's a new subscriber to the channel. Thank you, Scott. The window seat. Been a while, Walt. Glad I'm able to watch your morning streams again. Hello from Toronto. Always fun and happy to see our Canadian friends. That is an American Airlines Airbus A321. It's going to Los Cabos on the Baja Peninsula.
American 2432.
Flight 2432, as you just heard.
Departure runway 36 winds, good day.
All's quiet over at UPS.
RNAV Lyring, clear for takeoff, 18 to right, envoy 3441. 18 left, yeah, thanks. 1 left, envoy American 828.
American Eagle Flight 3441 is off to Corpus Christi. It's an Embraer 175 E-Jet.
13 right, clear, we have 13.
Flight 1034, just arriving from Guadalajara, Mexico. Yeah, we have a couple new subscribers there. Duck Aviation says the new Spirit plane is coming in. The new Spirit plane? Well, we have a Spirit plane from Detroit, which left 2 hours and 35 minutes ago. It's an Airbus A321. And it is new. Well, it's new as of last June, so that's pretty new. An A321neo. Just now getting ready to clear the trees here. Or did it clear the trees already?
Copy that, cross 18 left, make go right on the
We'll catch up with it here.
Good morning, American 1820. We'll see you.
The window seat wants to know if we'll be streaming until the Qatar 777 arrives, and unfortunately we will not. It will be arriving just as we're getting ready to drive away, and that means I will have packed up all the gear by then. So I regret we will not be able to bring you that flight today. Here comes American Flight 1214 from Salt Lake City. This will be an Airbus A321.
Clear to land, 18 right, hold short of Bravo for crossing traffic, 89 Bravo. I have the launch and take off 18 left, that was 4990.
Yeah, I don't know if we've got any more wide bodies on our agenda for this morning.
18 left, line up and wait on 439, just about.
Here comes an ambulance. And it's followed by a fire truck. Our next arrival is going to be a private jet coming in from Sarasota, Florida. A Cessna 525B Citation CJ3 Plus. We say howdy back to Kevin Reed from Odessa in Texas. Top Gun 320 says, what is your guy's favorite airport to plane watch at? Well, obviously I like it here, but and it's kind of fun to go over to Love Field as well in Dallas. They're two good airports to watch planes from in our neck of the woods. And I have to say that I really enjoyed the time I spent at LAX.
Star American 1470 checking in, visual 20 right.
Last year during the Cranky Flyer Festival. So I actually got to see the flights from all the places that our friend Kevin at Airline Videos Live does from the top of the H Hotel. Watched him do his streams from up there. from Clutter's Park,
Clear for takeoff on North 965.
which has that majestic view of the south side of the airport, and also from the economy parking garage, which has a great look down the runway at the north. I'm sorry, yeah, at the north, on the north side of the runway. I'm looking over at these emergency vehicles here. Where did they go? They appear to be going over to Terminal A. I'm sorry, Terminal B, which is on our side of the field. So something's happening over there at Terminal A, so I hope everybody's okay.
Roger, good day on North 965.
I've also been to Austin Airport, Austin, Texas, which was fun to watch from. Obviously not as busy as this airport, but they've got a lot of interesting flights. They've got a lot of international flights going in and out of Austin.
Clear to land, short Bravo, American 397.
We're about to see American Flight 1254 from Greenville, Spartanburg. It's an Airbus A319.
Bottom boy, 18 left, American 2484.
I'm going to have to push the button so you can see it. There it is. Lining up to take off over yonder. American Flight 2484 to Montrose in Colorado. It's an Airbus A319. And as this takes off, American Flight 1470 from the Big Easy, New Orleans, is landing. That'll be an Airbus A321. The sun's still trying to peek out from the rather dense cloud cover above us. Here comes a flight from New Orleans. It's Mardi Gras week, isn't it? Rob Blackman says, good morning, DFW family, and me, that's Walt. Stephanie says, sorry for sleeping late. I'm here now, and good morning, Walt, and everyone. Hey, you don't have to apologize for sleeping late. I would have done that myself had I not pledged to be here for you this morning, so no worries.
Clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 24.
We say farewell to Steven Solito. Glad to have had you here with us this morning. You're seeing an Airbus A319 there, going off to Montrose. And as that goes out, we've got another baby bus coming in from Lubbock, Texas. It'll be American Flight 397 about to arrive. I can hear it. So this one's off. And if you're just joining us, no, they're not landing on the same runway. We've got parallel runways here on the west side of the airport. 18 right, 18 left. 18 right, which is closest to us, is where the planes typically land. 18 left is where they lift off into the sky.
But wait, 1 left, onward 3635 will be ready.
Luke, the random spotter, channel member and moderator, says, answering the question about airports to spot at. Personally, being in Iowa, I don't have many options, but when I travel, I do like the vantage point at Phoenix and LAX. Haven't hit many others to plane spot yet. Another tiny Airbus checking in from Greensboro. Almost a 3-hour flight from there, 2 hours and 50 minutes. Steven Salido says, hey Walt, you have a good day. I'm going to do something around here. So hang in there. Robert Smith says that he's spotted the approach to LAX from Highway 18 behind Big Bear Lake. Sounds like an interesting place to hang out.
Over to departure on board 3920.
That Frontier plane has Cody and Dakota the Coyotes on its tail. And in just the past few weeks, we've heard radio traffic from pilots citing coyotes both here at DFW Airport and also at Love Field in Dallas.
Left, wait on boy 3703.
So I think these are baby coyotes on this Airbus A321.
Quick to land 1E right, short of Bravo American,
Departure number 3635, see you, good morning.
This plane is going to San Diego, the Frontier plane that we see here. About to be eclipsed by an American Eagle jet going to Monterrey, Mexico, flight 3703. Comes another Frontier flight, this one from Phoenix. It's an Airbus A320 Neo.
Line up and wait, American 2081.
With Mojave the Desert Tortoise painted on the tail. I don't know if I've ever seen that one. It's coming in from Phoenix. And you can tell from the flight radar 24 there, it's starting to get busy here on both sides of the airport. James Smith says, hi Walt, hi chat, currently in Los Angeles visiting, can't wait to get back to DFW next week. Well, I hope you're having good weather out there, James.
Right up Blair, 18 left, flip takeoff, American 2081.
American Flight 2081 is off to Sacramento in California. That arrival was from Kansas City, flight 1261 on Airbus A321.
Good morning. Ground number 210 here, let's choose the 81.
There's the flight with the Coyote Cubs, the Frontier flight. Once again, this is going to... Oh. Doesn't say here. And we looked it up, and I can't remember where we figured out it was traveling to.
RNA Blair, clear for takeoff 18 left, Frontier flight 1425. 18 left, land Blair, American 2161.
Tower American 1090, we're coming up leg rate 18 right. American 1090, clear to land 18 right, hold short of taxi, we run.
The plane we saw coming in was Flight 2193 from Tucson.
RNF Blair, 18 left, cover the government, 2161.
And I told you we're going to get a lot of planes coming and going at this hour.
1425 speed. Dogger mile with 3050 visually.
Almost too many planes to count over there.
Actually, the land, one right, should have brought the wrong location.
Robert Ryder says, I lived in Mansfield for 30 years and I loved Founders Plaza, which is where we are broadcasting from. It's a great place to watch planes taking off and landing, that's for sure. Finland guy says good afternoon to him, or morning to us. Well, thanks for being so inclusive. guess we've got to say good evening to our friends in Australia and Japan who may still be watching. We're here for about another 10 or 15 minutes. I think this is next to take off. It's American, well, and it just disappeared from the screen. Hate when that happens.
Alright, Bravo, cross 18, left, left, straight out.
Morning, American 2161.
Tower American 2994, approaching McRae 160. Okay, hold short of Bravo, traffic crossing downfield, and clear land 18 right, American 2994.
Well, this may be the last wide body we get to see here in action today. It's American Flight 9785, a 7878 going to Tulsa, which is Americans. It came out of the hangar, and I suspect it's going to the American Airlines maintenance base for checkup. It's an 8-year-old plane. So a bit of Dreamliner activity. I don't know if we'll see it. I'm assuming we'll see it take off. I don't know that it's going to be taking any passengers to Tulsa, but I guess we'll find out in the next couple of minutes here. That would be American Flight 1830. It's going to Guadalajara, 737-800.
Avalanche, clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 1830.
And they appear to be doing some fire training at the Academy, which is at the south end of runway 13 right. You see that black smoke in the sky. Beaker and Honeydew says we are starting our descent to the end of the show. Please hit the like button and make sure your notifications are set to all. And yes, that is the way you can find out when we'll next be on the air. I think, methinks it's going to be Sunday morning, a chilly Sunday morning here. This is flight 2759 to San Antonio, a 737-800.
18 right, turn left on Echo Whiskey Foxtrot, hold short of 18 left American 975 head. American 1830, good night.
Doug Houston says now it's morning now down under. And by morning, I believe he means very early morning. Good American Flight 2994 arriving from McAllen, Texas.
Morning of the American 574, visual 18 right.
A 737-800.
Clear to land, 18 right, hold short Bravo, American 574.
There was that Dreamliner that was crossing over. And yeah, it does look like it's going to be taking off.
Pick up our Navy flyer in American 27.
It's coming up the Central Taxiway. And again, that's going to Tulsa, Oklahoma. where American has a maintenance operation. Luke, the Red Nose Spotter, says you can see the training at the Fire Training Academy from the Terminal D Admirals Club perfectly. As a retired firefighter, it's awesome to see that area active.
RNSB Park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, runway 3956.
Rohit Parkal says hello from India, runway DFW. So we're going all around the world today. Thank you, Rohit, for checking in with us this morning.
See you.
Raina Taylor says, one more message from me about the Qatar plane that's coming in. Is the FIFA World Cup livery. Tell me if I'm right about that. Well, I don't know if I can pull that up here. Yeah, it's supposed to come in around 9:30, which is right about when I'll be wheels up, or at least wheels on the pavement. Headed to my next destination.
3956 is here.
So yeah, I apologize for us not being able to bring that to you. It does look like it's the FIFA World Cup 2022 livery on that Qatar 777, which is right now just to the west of Fort Smith, Arkansas. So we get some Dreamliner beauty shots for you here.
20 left, clear for takeoff, RNAV Lair, runway 3852. 20 left, land on way 1320.
And once again, that plane just came out of the hangar, and it's headed to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Our moderator and channel member Beaker and Honeydew says, if you're interested in the equipment Walt uses, as seen here, please see the description on this YouTube stream. Thanks for watching. Thank you for that. Yeah, people do ask, what are you using? What is that? And I think most of it is listed there in the description of this broadcast. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you at my email address, walt@runwaydfw.com. WALT@runwaydfw.com. That's the email address here. And if you have an interest in being a mod, joining the Moderation Federation, I'd be happy to hear from you about that as well. Well, it's 8:55. You know, I've got to start this up. I need to set myself a reminder to do this, but I'm going to do it now. And that is to show you the names of all the people who make this little enterprise go round. We thank our members, and we start by thanking our sponsor, the sponsor of Runway DFW, James Webb. Thank you, James. He has provided us with some top-notch gear for you to watch our streams. So thank you, James. And we'll say thank you also to our Runway DFW Quad Jet members, our highest level of membership. And this list was compiled last night. So if you're a new member, first of all, thank you for that. And second of all, you'll see your name on our next stream. So we thank 757 Chip as a Quad Jet member, also A-list flyer Chris, Beaker and Honeydew, who you've seen here today, Beve, Cubs Wim, Deborah Klein, Dimitri H. I think Dimitri H is new on that list. Thank you, Dimitri H. Dwayne C., James Webb, Josh Aldrich, Kai, Kansas Ave Geek, Lori M., Michelle R.S., Pete Nordine, Art Bauer 25, Lorena Taylor, who was here with us today as well, Skittles, and Will Hutchison. Thank you to all of you, and now you will see the rest of the names of the folks who are channel members here at Runway DFW. Well, I think this is going to about do it for us, because I do have to pack up, and I've got to get that pack up camera going. So, keep an eye on things here for another minute or two, but yeah, I do have to put all my stuff away, so. So what we're gonna do now is to thank all, well, first of all, let me do this. Let me get some music going here. What music do we like? I like this one. So I'd like to thank our sponsor again, James Webb. Much appreciation to Mr. Webb. Also to Airline Videos Live and Kevin, who has supplied us with battery power for these many months. Thank you, Kevin, for that. And of course, to the Runway DFW Moderation Federation out in force with you this morning, or afternoon, or evening, or wherever you're watching. Thank you, mods. Thank you, ModFed. You really make a difference in the way people view this channel, so thanks for that. And now, I think as you watch the names of our viewers, I'm going to start packing things up. And when I do that, I put on our musical selections. Oh, we got more ambulances going. So hang on, let me find our playlist. So here we go. You're gonna see me packing things up. I'll try to not pack up the main camera until after this 787 Dreamliner goes out. So I'll try to bring that to you. But in the meantime, I've got to go. So we'll see you soon. Happy contrails to you until we meet again on Runway DFW.
Atlantic over takeoff 39, heading left 33.
Left line of the way, envoy 3460.
Line up away, American 1762.
Well, if you stayed with us this long, thank you. We're about to go. Thanks so much again for watching and for hanging out with me while I pack things up. The time has come for me to tear the rest of this down, which puts us off the air. So thanks again for watching Runway DFW.
Travel arrangements for overseas acts and promotional consideration furnished by Pan American World Airways, the world's most experienced airline. Pan Am makes the going great. This is Dick Tufeld speaking.